Hey, what's up, guys? So this is the video that's been making the rounds here. You may have seen it already. I just want to give a little bit of my take on it. It's here in Florida, about 2 hours north of me, a restaurant being shut down for operating as they normally do by the Florida Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. You know, this is tyranny. Here in Florida, I heard the report yesterday on the Michael Knowles podcast. We have 70,000 cases. Fucking bullshit. Of the 70,000 cases, there's 135 people in the ICU. We've had 45 deaths, and this is in their so-called second wave, in a state of 20 million people. So that doesn't meet the criteria to be considered a pandemic. We're not in a pandemic. We're not in an epidemic. That doesn't meet the criteria. What they're doing is they're taking these case numbers and they're using that to say we have a pandemic, which isn't true. If we had 70,000 people in the ICU, then we would have a pandemic. But we don't. So anyhow, this is in Florida. Let's watch a little bit of the clip. I'll leave a link in the description so you can watch the full video, because I'm not going to watch the full video. It's 22 minutes. I don't think I could keep any of you guys' attention for that long. Let's check it out. The people that were shooting this video are Reopen South Florida. I believe you can find them on Facebook. I'm currently banned from Facebook. So if you guys like the video, please give it a like, share, comment. I can't share it because not at least on Facebook, because I'm banned. So if you guys can share it on Facebook for me, I'd appreciate that.
Nah, this is lawyers, Louis Leo, Corey Strawla. Where are you at? Anthony Sabatini, where are you at?
You want to close hard-working business owners. This is a female business owner in a small town in Orange County, and you want to shut her down because you're giving these county mayors license to take people's liberty. This is a woman over here serving food. She's serving grilled cheese sandwiches in her businesses, or in her business, while the state, and I'm for the police. I support the police. They're doing a tough job. You know, it's not easy for them either. They're just doing, they're just following their orders. However, we need Governor DeSantis on this.
Where are you, Governor DeSantis? Where are you? Where are you on this?
For serving grilled cheese sandwiches on a Saturday, the law abiding American citizens. This is ridiculous. This is, where is our president?
Where are you, President Trump? Where are you on this?
Mayor Devins and Orange.
And this, from my point of view, this is these people that are fighting back here, they are great. They are wonderful people, wonderful Americans for what they're doing. But for me, from an anarchist point of view, this is part of the problem, is that we're looking to government for the answers, and we're looking in the wrong place. We need to be looking to each other. I mean, we got to stand with these people. Reopen South Florida. We got to stand together with them, and the only way that anything will ever change is if we change it. The government has no interest in changing anything in our favor. They only have an interest in growing their power. You have a ruling class and a working class. They don't see us as the same as them. They see us as beneath them. And the only way that we will ever gain our freedom and have our freedom is if we stand together united and go and take it. My big problem with politicians and the political system is that I believe that politicians are there to get you to put your faith into them instead of putting your faith in your countrymen. You know, the idea of anarchy is a utopian idea. I admit that. We don't know if we could ever make it work. And those are the facts. We don't know if we could have a society that governs itself. We strive for that. But as far as to say that we know that we can do it, no, we don't. I think we could try it on a small scale and see if it works, and then grow it from there. But anyhow, these people are begging the government. The government won't listen when you beg them. I oppose rioting, but when the people rose up, you've seen the governments become afraid. And that's what people have to do. They have to rise up. And I'm not talking about a violent revolution, because I think that's what they want. They want us to rise up so they can squash us. But we have to find a backbone and stand together in some kind of way, because this is a communist takeover, undoubtedly.
This is what you do in small businesses. And I do support the law enforcement. This is not against law enforcement. This is against unjust laws that put law enforcement in these positions. And it's disgusting.
We live in the United States of America. This is a free country. The reason we have the Bill of Rights, that's the first 10 amendments, is to protect us from government overreach like this. And right now, I want to say, as the leader of Rio, South Florida, I want to say, Governor DeSantis, where are you? Where are you to stop this tyranny from happening? Where are you?
The governor's not going to stop the tyranny. And I want to say this: the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, that's a document. It was founded in blood, and it must be kept in blood. And that is the only way that we will keep our freedom. The tree of liberty must be replenished from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. It is its natural manure. Thomas Jefferson said that. Nobody wants bloodshed, and this is the big divide here, is that these politicians that write these laws, they are the ones who are our enemies. The politicians that write these edicts, they are the enemies. So for us to go out there and fight with police, well, the police didn't write the goddamn laws. You know what I mean? So to go out there and just attack police is not the right thing to do. Those police are American citizens also, and like I always say, you stand with your countrymen. As an anarchist, a lot of anarchists hate police. I don't hate police, okay? They are Americans. They have families just like we do. So I don't hate the police. I don't agree with a lot of their actions. I think what my stance is that I ask the police to stand with us. The police and the military to stand with us, to stand with freedom. Stand together, united for freedom. I'll watch a couple more minutes of this, and then I'm going to end it because like I say, we can't watch the whole video. I just want to add a little commentary, and hopefully you guys will share it.
Where are you, Governor?
Listen, we are a peaceful, nonpartisan group of Floridians for freedom, okay? For freedom.
Freedom.
This is not the right of the county mayor, who, by the way, signed this into executive order without the will, without the say of the people, without a vote, and acting as the emergency director, not even acting as the mayor. And now you have what is essentially the Florida Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms in this woman's business, trying to shut her down.
It's wrong.
And it's wrong.
It's
right?
wrong. It's 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 wrong.
Shut her down.
Don't shut her down.
All right, you guys go watch the video. I'm not gonna play the whole video. That wasn't the purpose. I don't have a lot of time to do these videos. I'm getting ready for work now. It's like 3:45 in the morning, so I got to go to work. Leave my house at a quarter to 5, and I get back around 6:30 in the evening. So, you know, like I say, I don't have a lot of time to do these videos. A lot of these other content creators here on YouTube, I mean, they have plenty of time. That's how they pay their bills, you know. So they have all the time in the world to do research and do a lot of editing and quality videos and whatnot. And me, I gotta do one take. So if I mess up, I mess up, and you just guys have to fucking deal with it. But you know, this document, the camera's probably turned around backwards, so it's probably written backwards. But this is a pocket constitution, and it's an important document. And this is where I clash with some anarchists. Some anarchists. There are some reasonable anarchists that understand that we live in a governed society, and that is what it is. We aim to change things, but we do live in a governed society. And the founding fathers of the United States, what they did, in my opinion, the founding of this country was done in an anarchist fashion. In my opinion, the founding fathers were anarchists. That's what I think that they were. So they overthrew the British rule with anarchy, and then they attempted to found a country of freedom, a country governed for the people, by the people, constitutional republic. It's the closest that I think an anarchist society has been to be informed, because it was the idea of it was a government for the people, by the people, and it became corrupted and it failed. I believe it was maybe Thomas Jefferson, I'm not sure, was asked, "Sir, do we have a republic?" And his response was, "If you can keep it." Well, we haven't kept it. We have not kept it. So, you guys please go check this video out. I believe it's Disorderly Product News, I believe, is the channel that I got this from. I'll leave the link in the description so you guys can watch the full video and go support Reopen South Florida. We got to stand with each other. We got to support each other. And watch out for these psyops. You know, several months ago, everybody was talking about COVID-19. Before that, nobody was talking about COVID-19. And then, you know, then that became everything that everybody's talking about. And then now we're being told that white people and black people hate each other. Well, that might be true with certain individuals, but generally, I don't think that most working class people dislike each other because of the color of their skin. That's just not my experience. But I'm going to tell you something that I have noticed since the media has been pushing this race shit, and I've fallen into it myself. I'll be honest. I've taken the bait, and I've become defensive and angry with people being mad at white people for no goddamn reason. You know, it ain't my fault what's happened in the past, but I've noticed that at work, because I work with a lot of black people, I do construction work, and you know, everybody always gets along at work. We always do. Nobody gives a shit about skin color, you know. But since the media has been pushing this race shit, I've noticed that when I talk to my black coworkers, there's a disconnect there. It didn't used to be there, and it's very troubling to see that the media has that kind of control over us. But they do, and we got to be careful with it. You know, we got to be careful with how they're, you know, guiding our thoughts and telling us what to think about. And we're thinking about what the fuck they tell us to think about. They tell us to think about race, we think about it. It's very scary. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. If you've watched this far, please like and share the videos. Love your country, not your government. Stand with your countrymen, all of your countrymen. And anarchy is freedom.